خب ریکی داره گریه میکنه، یعنی باید ببینیم مچ تو فاین میشه. حالا وقتی 10 دقیقه طول میکشه مچ فاین شه، به من یه قرار نوب ترین پلیرهای جهان رو بهم بده، یعنی یه قرار یه بازی به شدت سخت داشته باشه. از همین الان میدونم از همین الان میدونم که باید آیتم یک دیفیوزال بیارم. آیتم یک دیفیوزال باید بیارم، بعدش برم پاور ترید، چون قراره یه بازی به شدت سمی ببینیم. توضیح چی؟ 10 دقیقه است. البته این اکانت یعنی هنوز اسمم اصلی شروع نشده، باید، چون خیلی وقت روزو نزدم و یه ذره با بازی باید یه ذره راه بیام. بعدش یعنی این اکانت رو باز میکنم، بعد ببینم چه رنگی بهم میده، بعد میرم اکانت اصلی. مطمئنا جواب میده، ولی خب هرچی سطح همتیمیت پایین تر باشه. نه ببین، بستگی به بازی داره. اگه بازی خیلی سخت باشه مجبوری، یعنی انقدر نوب باشه همتیمیت که نتونی لاین رو ببری، اوکی فاین شد، مجبوری راش بدی. فکر بدی نیستا، یعنی جواب میده. بستگی به بازی داره کاملا. اگه خیلی نوب باشن باید راش بده، اگه خیلی نوب نباشن یا لاین رو ببری آیتم دیگه میری. بعد 12 دقیقه کنسل کردم بچه. پنج که خوبه. من این بر 5 که رسیدم خبر میدم، چون نمیدونم این اکانت قرار چه رنگی بگیره. دو سه سال رنگ نداشته، ولی تا زمانی که این درصد رو پر کنم فکر می‌کنم هر گیم 75 تا بهم بده. یعنی احتمالاً بتونم تا دیواین بیارمش اگه اشتباه نکنم، چون بازی سختم بوده. به عنوان مثال این گیم خیلی نوب داره. البته ما گیم داشتیم میزدیم، متاسفانه دشمن خیلی خوب پیک داده بود و تکیس هیروی خیلی قویه. با اینکه من چقدر دمیج دادم این بازی، 80 که دمیج داده بودم. خب برای باخت 22 که 80 که دمیج. مشفان شد. اگه این دفعه کسی کنسل نکنه خارج کردی واسه خیلی بج گذاشته است. اگه لین رو نبری بازی خیلی سخت خواهی داشت. Oh my fucking god. هم تو داری میبینی یه بازی به شدت سخته. یعنی این بازی رو که بشه بارد کری کرد نشونده قدرت ریکی. البته درفت های ما اونقدر بعد یه سال خوب ضعیفتره مطمئنم، چون ما امبر دارم، یعنی من دیسپل نیاز دارم، سی ام دارم، دیسپل نیاز دارم، لاین دارم، باید بی بی بیارم. خیلی بازی سخته واسه بی باید بیارم 100%. نه به هر حال باید بیارم. اگه نیارم احتمالا نتونم باشم، ولی که اولین آیتم بیارم نه مطمئن نیستم. ببینیم چی میشه. احتمالا با ببینیم چی میشه دیگه. لاین هست. آره فرست دادم بهم چیز داد. البته شاید با دزت بشه ولی خب اونو قوی ندارم.
Ember running bot.
Kidding.
Ama zor. این غزاله چقدر پشت من داره بازی میکنه. دیگه تو چرا نمیری؟ چه لاینز بک. نه من دیدن نکشتن. ما داریم میجنگیم اینجا، هیچ چیزی سپاه کنم. یا خیلی نوبن اینا. خب معمولا هرچی یارو دورترن دشمن باشه. گیم خیلی سختیه. باید سریعتر برای فیوری بیارم بتونم یکی فام کنم. چون ساپورت ها مونده میدمون یه جورایی فعلا آنلاین نمیشه. این نگل هست شنم تو داره دیگه دیگه حالا 100 سال دیگه نمیشه معمولا تامیمش دیگه نمیسه همه برام نمیدونم اگه بسیم یکی دیگه رو
Can I buy cheap one? Phoenix. Unbelievable. Like, they dive under our tower and we don't fight fully.
چندش برای دیگه فکر کنم بسیم چون اگه من قرار باشه به هر حال جنگل فام کنم یا میتونم ریسک کنم میتونم فاکینگ خیلی ریسکه ولی تو این آنها بیارم که نتونه فورس کنم این رو دیگه شوف کنم
Guys, smoke or do something. We are stronger than them. Look at Magnus helping. Support, stay behind like Magnus or something. You three can make a lot of plays, but you guys just AFK for some reason. Like, I have reload, you guys have smokes, we have team fight abilities, and you guys decide to farm, it's unbelievable. Walk to them, Phoenix, you're the support. You make plays. I don't know, I quit. I don't think this outcome would have happened if you guys would not be so slow. It's unbelievable. You think, yeah, but if I had like a support behind me, I think the outcome would be pretty different, right? I don't know, you think you win the team fight alone with the Shiva and kill the wall map, but that's not the case, I'm so sorry. You have made 0 good plays, I swear. You have not initiated once. Me, how many wars have you about? I don't think it's like if Riki does not do things that you would like him to do, stopping you to go full AFK. Like it's... I don't care. Like, go smoke, go ward, make play, go pick off. Yeah, buy a gem or something. Actually. Well, press the button.
واسه نمیدونم من که بیا بعدش با نیمکار رو بیارم و میتونم ساپورتش رو فارم کنم اگه باز کنم دقیقا میگفتن نونیفایر نیست.
Next time, guys.
دقیقا
Play
دقیقا
like
باید
heroes
نونیفایر رو
that
میوردن
don't have
خب.
this team fight abilities.
ولی
Just
خب
play heroes that
اگه
fix out
اگه
and
نونیفایر BKB
it
میداشتن
fits you
مطمئنا لاین
first
نیمو
amount.
خیلی زیاد
Like,
می‌کشید.
we don't need egg, we don't need RP. You guys are right.
هر گیمی رو نمیشه برد، بس گیم رو واقعا غیر ممکنه. یعنی اگه از بین 5 نفر اعضای تیم ها واقعا
You
3
think
نفرشون
you are the
نمیخوان
hero
ببرن.
by Shiva, not any support items.
مگنوس پاور نمیزنه، دست به من گرفت نمیزنه، اینو نمیخوام. یعنی این مثال خوب نیست واسه بودن ویدیو.
It's not the problem how you team fight, it's really just when you do it. You guys have zero sense when to be very. Guys, you are slow, you don't TP.
الان چه میشه برد؟ من باش خیلی کمی جان اگه بک ندارم. بک ندارم. یعنی ممکن این هارد باشه احتمالاً هست.
Ricky, can you buy more damage? I'll buy hard so you can like stay in the fight for more than 5 seconds, so that shouldn't matter.
آه یکی آماده میشه. تو ویدیوی بدی نیست، یعنی گیم پلی بدی نیست. از این نظر که میشه از اشتباهات نوبا استفاده کرد واسه اینکه حداقل از این یه ویدیو در آورد. اگه حداقل یکی از لاین سیم سمت من بود چون من خیلی بهتر میدادم. اگه لاین سمت من بود یه دونه استانر داشتیم با من احتمالا لینو میتونستیم بزنیم و بازی بهتری میداشتیم. ولی قبل از محبت این فرص من خیلی بد داشتم. حالا کار اینجور کرد 30 دقیقه یا 33 دقیقه فکر کنم طول داشت اومدن فور بزنم. 32 شد یعنی نمیخواست بزنم. با اینکه اصلا اینا رفیق نبودن من توی پارتی نبودن هیچ دلیلی نداره طرف و بخواد گریه کنه سر من. ولی خب نمیخواستم ببرم. گیم بعدی بزنم. دستل ایرانی بود. اگه نولیفایر میرفتم با BKB احتمالا کلی بیشتر میگرفتم. ولی خب از نظر نت فورس خیلی عقب‌تر بودم نسبت به کریه اونور. از طرفی بازی یه جورایی 2-5 بود چون اینا اونقدر استفاده نداشتم. هنوز نرفتم بازش کنم. فعلا همه اکانت ها وار نداره. تا فانچه میتونیم بازی اینا رو تماشا کنیم ولی به هر حال یاندکس میبره یعنی هیچ خوبی نداره.
这种后排，然后往前硬追追死了小小，我觉得就是还是欧若拉给机会了，
对，
没必要去开这样的团的。
就高地团，就是你打不死，还把自己的
back in the section, resembling a chance. Hackett and Scepter done for Mirana.
I mean, they can't resist the sight. There's no Mirana there keeping them. But they're gonna go for the safety of the Aegis here on Aurora. And Paul runs in. I mean, if this is not a bait to fight us, I don't know what is.
They're running. They want to take this fight. Again, this is Ags on the Mirana, and they are going to...
This is such a strange time to roach.
Smoke him back out. They want to get it on their side.
Like, it screams they want to fight.
Thinking about it. Nightfall. He spots him, Saksa.
But they don't have that gem. It's still on Chira Jr.
Oh, man.
So they're running into Moonlight Shadow gemless.
Yeah. Are they really trying to take this? Malady down low, but now the stun. Trying to back away from this one. The snowball, I don't think he's getting out of that.
Do you really need a sunscreen?
Yeah.
He really wanted that kill. He doesn't get it either way.
Roche is heading down.
Very interesting stuff here. Can someone get chucked by Roche so he can speed up? That would be nice. I like when that happened.
Ember.
He needs the Aghanims so desperately. It completely changes this hero. It opens up so many more opportunities for the Doom, for the Lina.
And that's what it takes being down 10k gold, is that he's just a little ways away when like this pivotal fight is happening and Nightfall walks right in. They find immediately onto the Lina, toss back Watson. BKB now trying to run out of there. Tomb getting lifted up by the tornado. He pops BKB as well. Turning their sights on the Nightfall, it's going to be a retreat for DM. The Holding's going to get stunned. The Winter's Curse, the turnaround is there. The follow-up kill. Now it's a 1-for-1, but Doom being gone for 75 seconds, they do get the Aghanim Scepter on the Ember. He's got to deliver. Jump forward. Great dodge of the stomp, but then ends up just dying for nothing.
Yeah, they don't have the capability to fight this. Like, they need the Doom right now. They can't just jump in with Ember and try and lay into them with the Lina or something. They know that too. I mean, he could try and be crazy and go for a steal with the Remnants, but...
Sox's arrow looking very much like they're... Wait a minute. Hold on a second now. He has an open slot. Tries to go in
Did
for
he
a
get
moment.
anything? The
No.
banner was down, but...
Soxa gonna be found. Tries to leap away for staff, but in the end, it's not gonna happen.
Mega kill streak. Makoto putting on an absolute clinic in this one on the Invoker, alongside all his teammates. Very good synergy, making it work with the Sunstrike. Just what they were missing with the arrows last game for themselves, and also what has not been glued together in this one by Yandex either. Not a lot of solid coordination plays coming out of that combo. And right back to controlling 80% of the map here from Aurora with that Dire Heroes. Feeling like it's a good spot for them.
Yeah. I mean, it is still just a 12k gold lead, but it's sort of that momentum, and obviously we talk about having the Aegis ready. Terrorize out. Malady is there to help. They want to make a go of it. Nightfall to the side. They're just going to let him die.
And, you know, they saw the Aghanims. They probably know he's
Yeah.
like
That's
that's a no buyback item for sure. An Ember at 37 minutes is not saving buyback for an Aghanims. He wants to play out on this Ags and be the hero and win the game. He gets caught, he gets bursted down. It's such a bursty lineup here. So much chain stun from Aurora. So just a simple flaw in your movement is going to result in the death. WS, speaking of death, sacrificing his creep to the tower, hopefully to garner the favor of the gods. Look at it go.
There you go. I think for Malady, there was like a question of does he go in there and try and snowball save, but he was like not looking good. There's into roots, and well, now they jump forward, get some good damage to the turret Lita. Starts to beat down onto WS. Watson continue to lay into these heroes. Nightfall is going to be found. Nightfall is dead.
All right, what do you got?
Second salvo, Doom is ready. Do they want to commit for this now? Arrow as he lands. Big jump in. The Hex is already out. Damage coming. WS off to the side. They're waiting for their target, but DM doesn't like what he's seeing. Nightfall tries to jump away. There's another hit from DM. And as the damage comes in, he's going to try and drop the Doom, but no, it's not going to be enough.
Now Watson.
Winter's Curse finds it. The buyback moves in from Malady, hoping to turn this around. But Lita is just getting destroyed, demolished, and Chira Jr. forced a Remnant away.
He jumped back in and reset the curse, catching himself as well.
A full freaking wipe there. 2 down, no buyback. And at this point, at least, Yandex very much looking to be losing this game unless they can come up with something here at the very end of it. But another set of racks. Aurora, they have led this entire game out of the laning stage. Just trying to put the finishing touches on it here. Arrow from Soxa, but the save is there immediately from the Wyvern.
One last set to go here. And it's a big center leading the way.
There he goes, Snowball waiting as the Avalanche is going to extend, and Soxa is dead. He doesn't have buyback either. They jump and continue to look for more. Cheer Jr., the only one left alive, as Aurora is going to clean up Mega Creeps. GG is called. Aurora, they're not going to go quietly. They're pushing it to a game 3.
They do indeed wish to see the Northern Lights, which obviously will be coming out very soon here in Shanghai, I'm sure.
Impressive performance, at least. Yandex very much looking to be losing this game unless they can come up with something here. Game out of the laning stage, just trying to put the finishing touches on it here. Arrow from Soxa, but the save is there immediately from the Wyvern.
بازی بعدی من رو توی سخت میشه. تعداد دو پلیرها خیلی زیاده. اگه شما یه رول میزنید، مثلا رول کو و خیلی طول میشه مجبورتون فایت کنم، به این معنیه که قراره یه بازی بشه سخت بده. دقیقا مثل بازی گذشته. جایی که اختیاری ممکنه وقتی طول میکشه نباید ادامه بده. البته بیهیویر اسکوری نکن بد نیست، یعنی نباید تاکسیک بده، ولی خب بخشی زودی هست.
Never give up.
این طرف یه بار نکشتم. اولین اشتباهی که دست اینجا انجام داد اینه که اون سمتی که دیرتر بیاد تو لین، اون ساپورتی که دیرتر بیاد تو لین باعث میشه که یه شرایط ناقرار واسه کلش ایجاد بشه. یعنی من الان 2 به تک بودم، به این معنی که اینو زودتر از معادله به 2 قرار بشه و دزد من قرار واسه مدت طولانی تری ضعیفه باقی بمونه. کجا بود اصلا دارم؟ هیچ سیم دنبال میکنم. ترید کردم من. اوکی. اگه من اینقدر پرشر شدم وقتی ساپورت نبود پیل شد. خیلی راحت این داره فارمشو میکنه، این داره کمپو بلاک میکنه، این داره راحت فارم میزنه، چون ساپورتش نیست درسته؟ دقیقاً باید همون اتفاق میفته که سر من افتاد. نذاشتم من به کریپو دست بزنم. میامدم جلو منو میزدم. ولی برعکس یارای دشمن، یارای من تصمیم گرفتن فقط کریپ بزنم. یعنی بیشتر بالا ساپورت میدادم. باز کریپوش داره میگه. در همین لحظه پیل 2 تا لحظه داره. من نداره میچین. یعنی این وضعیت من خیلی سخته. چون هیروهای اینا یه جوریه که میتونن اگه من استان بشم خیلی اجبار دست میدم و خیلی امتر بازی کنم. استان یکی از دلایلی که استان توی بازی خیلی مهمه. علتی که من زودتر روش نپریدم به خاطر اینه که باید یه هیرو ستاپ بشه. مخصوصا وقتی که من الان ضعیف‌ترم. یعنی اول بازی تایمینگ من لول 3 قوی میشه. ولی در این لحظه ما قوی‌تر نیستیم چون من اگه بپرم سر لاین استام میشم، ریزر اسپل دومشو میزنه و من کاری نمیتونم بکنم. کل اچ پی دست میدم. یعنی من اگه اینجا میپریدم سر لاین از بین میرم. ولی اگه دزده این اسپل رو واسه من تانک میکرد احتمالا میمونم چون اونم لول 1 کاری نمیتونه بکنه. یعنی اشتباه میرفت اصلا. تنها کاری که این لحظه باید انجام بدیم اینه که سعی کنیم یه فایت نابرابر بسازیم. یعنی مثلا لاین متصل من با ریزور متصل چون ریزور به هر حال جلو همه هیروهای نزدیک زن خیلی قویه. ولی باز لاین میتونه دزل میتونه لاین رو کوک کنه که بعدا بکشیمش. که این اتفاق میفته. در حال تایمینگ من لول 3 تا لول 3 اون قدیم نیست. لاین بود داره یعنی من بوشارش باید بود داشت. اینجا زمانی بود که طرف میتونه اسپل روش من حدثم اگه اسپلشو میزد احتمال زیاد لاین میموند. چرا؟ اگه بخوایم دوباره نگاه کنیم لاین اینجا بود، ریزر اینجا بود. حتی اگه میخواست به ما برسه ما اینو میکشیم 100%. یعنی پوزیشن دزل انقدر بده که ما حتی کیل هم نمیتونیم بگیریم وقتی دارم از پوزیشن خارج میشه. اگه این دوستم که ایرانی بود خیلی شد. ولی اگه این یه روس بود که 2% بهتر بود مطمئنا اینجا لاین بود چون در اچ پی هم نداره. اینجا باید میمون و اینجا اومد. خب اصلا میگم قدرت من به اندازه کاری که ساپورت هم میتونه واسه صدا کردن انجام بده. من نوستم به تایمینگم رسیدم تا زمان که یه استان یه دمیج اضافه کنم هرچه کار نمی‌کنم. اینجا چه اتفاقی افتاد؟ این 1000% مرده بود. این هیچ کاری نمی‌کنه با این دزل کرد. خب ولی لاین میمیره. اینکه دزل مرد و من لاین کشتم یه وین واسه لاین ماست، یه وین واسه تیم ماست. ولی این دوست ایرانه متوجه نشد که یه وینه و از این لحظه شروع کرد به تاکسیک بودن و تراش تاک کردن. یعنی با اینکه ما این ترید بردیم، ساپورت من مرد، کری ما یکی دیگه گرفت. با این ترید بردیم ولی این دوست نوبمون شروع کرد به تاکسیک شدن و تراش تاک کردن. اگه من این لاین رو نمی‌کشتم اینجا موقعی که باخته بودیم صدرست. چطور نمی‌شه؟ چه طرف میوت هست؟ آره الان ما توی شرایطی هستیم که آفلینر دشمن خیلی آیتم داره و ما به این وجه نمیتونیم 1000 رو دمیج بشونیم و نیاز داریم که لین ما رو گنگ کنه. کی میتونه اینجا گنگ کنه که ما رو فعال کنه؟ مگنوس شاید اگه طرف رو بیاره زیر تابه. آیو فکر نمی کنم. فونیکس ساپورت مگنوس کرده. مگنوس آفلینره، مگنوس بهش وجه نمیاد. اگه فونیکس بیاد نه، فونیکس لیول نداره، دمیج نداره. یعنی درفت ما با شدت بده توی لحظه ما واقعا هیچ کاری نمیتونه بکنه با این دوستمون. اینو خیلی بهتر میتونه. یه فرانت لاینر تانک دارن، استانر، روت دارن، حالات نگرفتن هنوز ولی به هر حال من مجبور شدم به خاطر که این همه انقدر بهتر پلیر بنواسه. خاطر که اینا انقدر بهتر هیرو انتخاب کردن من مجبور شدم بی که بی رو راش بدم. آزادی ریکی میخواد آخرین آیتم که میاره بی که بی باشه ولی من مجبور بودم بی که بی بیارم چون این نمیآوردم روت این بود استان این بود و این دسته دام بود. این اصلا نمیتونستم پیدا بدم. از اون طرف اینو من گرگ نمیزد نمیدونم داشت یا من اصلا اینو من اصلا دوم نمیزد. البته مهم نیست که با یا چقدر تاکسیک بود. مهم اینه کاری میشد کرد واسه این ببریم. احتمالاً اگه من وقتی اینجا بودم نولیفایر میآوردم شاید میتونستیم بیشتر کنیم ولی باز یه جوری دیر بود و من وقتی میخواستم اسپاک بخرم پیل و گنگ کنم اسپاک رو هم خریده بودم. یعنی بلد بودم اسپاک بخرم بلدم بودم استفاده کنم. این طرف به‌جای که ستاپ کنه هیچ رو از من میخواد که اول شروع کنم 1000% میمیرم. اون میخورم، اولتی نمیخورم، اسم دوم میخورم، استا میخورم و میمیرم. یعنی اگه یه نوبی داره بهتون کال میده باید همون اصلا میوتش کنه و نباید بهش گوش کنه. اتفاقا این اتفاق واسه من خیلی جالب که این چند داره میفته. یه گیم دیگه هم افتاده بود تو همین اکانت. این گیم بود. این گیم که من 26/12 اوگر رو میدمون اوگر شکل ما اینجا ونشفول آفلاین داریم، اوگر مید، هاج و شلدیم سپورت. پتانسیل کیل داریم، هیرومون دمج داره. خیلی ساده فرست بلاد. من باید وای میستدم لاین استانشو بزنم بود که ندستم فرار بود که نداره ولی برای ما فرست بلاد دیگه کاری نداره. بریم اول داریم. دوباره تایمینگ ما لول 3 تا لول 3 قرار فارم کنم، ولی اگه یه کلی ستاپ بشه من میرم. ستاپ یعنی چی؟ یعنی طرف آماده مردن بشه. یکی قراره بمیره من باید اونجا باشم. قراره بمیری نیست. این طرف داره آماده مردن میشه. من لول 1 هم ولی این داره میمیره. یعنی قراره بمیره. من میرم. تا عادی من به تایمینگم نرسیدم بتونم کاری انجام بدم. یعنی اگه این شرایط خاص پیش نیاد من به هیچ جاش نمیرم که بخوام کاری انجام بدم. حالا شاید به سمتشون راه برم که نظر بترسم ولی مطابقی نباید برم مگر اینکه طرف آماده مردن بشه یا یه شانس واسه مردن داشته باشه. اگه لول 3 بودم نمیتونم من الان طبق ویدیوی بیسی اگه بیسی بود احتمالا سعی می‌کرد تیپیکال ببره که فایل بکنه این تو خیلی من تنها کاری که میتونم بکنم اینه که میتونم فشار ایجاد کنم اینجا چون الان نمیتونم تازه یه فایت بردن سورسز ندارم با من اینجوری آزادم. اینجا یه شرط خوب واسه من شد من میتونم کیل بگیرم چون یه جوری آماده کنم تقریبا تمام اسپلایی که اسپلی نبود که بخواد منو بکشه اما تعدادمون بیشتره. ما 3 نفر اینا 2 نفره نباید فرار کنم نباید اینجا بمونم. قوی‌تر نیست. اینجا نکته وجود دارم تو دیگه تو آخرین ثانیه وایسادم می‌ذارم طرف لاسیت بزنم به خاطر التیمه اینجوریه که من اگه بتونم یک کلی بگیرم 130 تا XP پر هیرو کیت میگیرم، اگه اسیست بشه 100 تا میگیرم. البته لول 1 اینطوریه، ولی لول 3 که بشه خیلی خیلی مهمتر میشه. یعنی فرق بین 390 XP و 100 XP خیلی زیاده. این بانس XP روی کشتن هیرو، یعنی اگه مثلا کشتن هیرو بر فرض مثال 500 تا XP بده به علاوه 130 میشه. اگه اسیست بشه نه تنها XP کمتر میگیرم بلکه به علاوه 100 میشه. یعنی خیلی خیلی ضرر میکنم از نظر XP که اتوماتیکلی معنیش اینه که باید لاسید بزنید هیرو رو با کیل بگیرید. اینجا فکر میکنم این قهر کرده بود. البته با اینکه آماده نبود بیاد اگه میومد خیلی سخت‌تر میشد. حداقل پاجو میموند. خب نباید می‌فوت بود. ما در این لحظه قوی‌تری بود. ولی خب دو تا که تونستم بگیرم. اینقدر بد نشد. اما ما خیلی اگه روی بهترین تایمینگ بتل فیوری دقیقه 15 اگه بخوای اول بتل بیاری، بعدش اگه بخوای دیویزور فارم کنی تا دقیقه 18 19 باید آنتما رو یعنی اصلا میخواست بیزار دیرتر میشه. خب این بازی خیلی دیگه بود که من خیلی دارم 4 پیل دارم نموندم هریشون رو کشتم خود خیلی سریع خلاصه که اون بازی بیکاره بود توشون خیلی بود.
And I would not be surprised if we still just see the Tusk picked up here.
And this is interesting. The Jakiro to like both hit the tombstone and then also just be a strong lane.
I think they picked this earlier versus Spirit. I think it was them who had it. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
He got nerfed a lot. I mean, we all got he was a bit much for like a year. He had to get knocked down a few pegs. And I think he's still climbing the rungs back up.
The other thing that we've got here now is 2 super hard saves on Yandex. You've got the Centaur Aghanims, which obviously it's been like going away from a little bit recently. I feel like we're seeing a lot of these other like hearts and lotuses come up earlier, but then also like you talked about the tombstone. So multiple ways to keep people alive.
The Jakiro makes the other pick so interesting here, though.
Oh no.
Ooh. Yeah, they see how it just says picked. Just says picked.
All right, for anybody that just tuned in right now, Mirana has lost every game so far in this series.
It sounds like a lot, but it is just 2 games.
Well, she also lost some earlier.
She's never won. Unfortunately, she is still sporting. She might be down to 50-50 with that last loss. She was pretty close. She was like 52% earlier. Depending on how she's doing elsewhere. I don't know if there's any other streams going. I'm going to guess no.
I don't think so.
But maybe. Maybe a C or a D still going. Shoutouts if you're out there. We get another Necrophos game. So he's getting picked into quite a bit of magic damage. That is the first thing that comes to mind. It's like, whoa, hold on here. Kind of spooky. but he's still a very strong hero, and he's paired up with this Undying for just like push and sustain, and Tombstone playing around. They're a dirty bog combination here. You're just stuck in the muck.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, at least from Mirana, you've got some roots that are ready, but they're going to take the Shadow Demon to pair with this now, too. So drop the ultimate onto him.
That's interesting.
We saw this also in Game 3 of our last series, which was the combination of Shadow Demon and Necrophos together. You double ult to target.
Yeah, it felt more like it was there to prevent the Shadow Demon being picked against them, though, last time. You know what I mean? It felt a little forced. This feels just like they just want it. It does pair nicely with the Centaur, I guess, right? It's also kind of the same logic as the Darkseer versus the Shadow Fiend as well. The illusions are really nice.
Yes.
That's pretty powerful. Yeah, really interesting. But yeah, all the reasons that Shadow Fiend is good versus Necrophos, like having the Cleanse on top of him can be good. The Disseminate is pretty good on top of Necrophos too. But with all that magic damage, and the weakness that he's going to have to it, they get themselves the Earth Spirit. But game 1, this hero, and he had a bad time versus that Cheer Junior Monkey King. Surely that's getting banned, but we'll see if he has another solution up his sleeve.
Yeah, the ban of the Monkey King feels like a nice pick here. Again, that's just sort of the context of what happened in game number 1. Makoto got bodied a little bit and was never able to recover throughout the whole rest of the game. But we've seen how strong this Earth Spirit can be in terms of the damage amplification that you get up in Kaya, and then particularly once he gets into Bloodstone, it's just like nuts.
It's so interesting how much Makoto and Mira and Nightfall are all talking right now while they're making WS his hero.
Yeah.
You know? Like, is he just throwing them out there and they're just like, bro, you know? That ain't it. You have to check it, little vibe check with the hero.
I have been super interested in Aurora's Gaming's communications. It's such a interesting team.
And the other interesting thing about Yandex is they've gone this far in all of these tournaments without a coach during the draft. As far as I'm aware, I don't think they have any coaching during any of the drafts. They're always set up like this, which is quite rare for tier 1 teams.
Yeah.
Very unusual these days.
But
it was kind of a crew that got thrown together, and they've just stayed that way. You know what I mean? Like, they got their sponsorship, and they're just happy with what they have. They don't want to mess with the success. Maybe they could use like a hype man, though. Like someone who's just
trying to get in there.
I'm just saying. You know, or someone just like the papers in behind, distracting, accidentally dropping papers with picks they're never going to use, stuff like that.
I like this.
You know, these are the kind of tactics that I or another unnamed individual could bring to your team.
There you go. Play a little defense in the draft.
That's what we're missing. Just start waving across the booths up on the TI stage. That's really what is necessary. Night Soccer Band out here, and as predicted, they do not want to see the Cheer Junior Monkey King, but they
Andrews bakalım. yo الان باید خیلی بهتر باشه.
Yeah, but he's got a dispel.
It's true. That would be nice.
That part's cool. But even that doesn't feel worth it, does it?
What else we could run with here?
He hasn't collected the gauntlet of spirits yet. He needs a Storm Spirit game, but it got banned earlier.
I think a good laner, somebody that can provide some extra fight. Spirit. Maybe a Tide? That's kind of rough.
Tied into Tombstone and Necrophos and Centaur can feel kind of you have to connect everything perfectly.
Yeah.
I think Axe. Axe is good. Like smaller pickoffs, jumping in. Like it. Okay. So
wow. Okay.
The idea of just continuing the
اتفاقا دلم واسه این کامو تنگ شده بود که آقانی میرن بعد کریر رو گرد میکنن.
Yeah. That is
البته SF نزدیک زن میشه.
Like and you don't really get out of the Axe.
I mean, it's kind of nice just to run those wolves at the SD in the midst of a fight. Or if you can force the Tombstone himself.
Yeah, even just tracking these two supports can be very strong.
Yes. So should have the vision in this game most likely.
Doesn't save the run. چون آنلاین تنها دلیلی که پیک داده میشه به خاطر اینه که تنها دلیلی که نمیشه گفت یه ضرری که پیک داده میشه اینه که میتونه نجات بده با شاردش. نه امکان نداره. مید لینر میخواستم کری. نه ویلش کن نکرو میره کری میخواستم. دست قبل واتسون نکرو پلی داده بود. این دست واتسون کریز داده بود.
level 6 or anything. There's no snap, there's no hoodwink. They're just kind of there. They're very much good enabling supports. They're ready to enable heroes who want to play in the early game. What does Chira Jr. want to do on this Necrophos? What kind of a build can he find to be aggressive? Or does he just like go Radiance out of mid? If he goes Radiance out of mid, what's happening with your Kez and your... This looks so passive from the index. Potentially. They could itemize to be a bit more aggressive, and there definitely are ways to do that on Necrophos, but we haven't been seeing that much here.
دشمن خیلی استان بیشتر داره. الان اگه بالا رو نگاه کنی تنها استانشون کس استان داره یه ثانیه ولی خب نمیشه استان استابش کرد. تنها استانشون سنتر پایین همه تقریبا همه که حالا ستای وسط همه استان دارن. جکی رو بیرون.
Okay. Ever so slightly, but like we got Mirana on the other side, right? What else we got? There's another screen over here I can look at. I'm going even lanes across the board.
All right, I like
expert opinion after looking. Honestly, I can't even tell who half the heroes are with the cosmetics right now too, because they're from so far away right now. And also Jakiro's wings are like this, covering the entire draft screen. So it's kind of hard to tell what's happening.
I mean, I think it feels to me like it's set up for one of those like game threes. We're not going to be fighting too much. We're going to sort of sit back a little bit, and this one could be going a little bit late. There's definitely a chance.
That's what's happening. Yes, I made a comment. I was like, well, we finished at 11.
احتمالاً لایکم میتونه رد
کنه. Back to the hotel, and I said it'll be faster tonight. And the second I said it, I was like, why? Why would you say that? You know, but you know what? Secretly, that's what I want.
It is.
I want a long game because it's been very fun. We have been.
خب تیمی که بهتر بازی کنه میبره. میگم اصلا به درفت نیست. به درفت هست تا یه درجه ای. ولی خیلی شده اوت درفت بشه و باز ببره.
It's kind of surprising to see a team actually keep the lead for once.
Right. It's been like I think I saw Noxo post that there was like 4 different comebacks today that were over 10,000 more. So if you're just waking up wherever you are in the world and wanting to see some good high quality Dota, go check it out. There was a ton of action all throughout today, and we're getting ready to go into our final. 1 win apiece, 1 loss apiece, and it's very much a situation where if you're dropping down to 2 losses, there's some scary teams you might run into. Falcons, LGD, you don't want to drop down there.
Ready?
What's that?
F9. I tried to call it. There's been a pause at the start of every game.
Yeah.
Can you imagine though? That would have been pretty good. No, we are ready to go this time. No pauses. They've sorted their configs. It's fine. It just took them a couple of games.
Look at this move that they're doing. Where are Yandex going?
Up and around. So typically they loop down in behind this bounty rune on the dire side, and they come at the strangest angle, and you find the one person that lurks behind for that rune in the river.
ESF.
Oh shit.
He wasn't ready.
Ooh.
I think having Shadow Demon and not hitting that combo with the Centaur is actually kind of a draft L.
Yeah.
You know, like you're forcing an opposition 4 and you don't make that play feels kind of bad.
درسته مطمئن شن که
He's thinking about it, but
ریورای بالا خالی.
No, I mean they're getting the other 2. It's fine. Alright, no opportunities for a wolf play either here from WS. Doesn't like deny it. We saw some denied runes earlier, I think from Ace. He denied 2 bounty runes at the start with his Lycan Wolves.
This is the other play that people have been doing. The movement in and getting the range.
خیلی حرکت باحالیه. اگه این کار انجام بدن طرف دیگه نمیتونه اگرو کنه بکشه عقب. چون اگه بخواد این کار انجام بده که خب میان زیر تاور نمیتونه دست بزنه چون لول دیگه. این حرکت جدیدی که تو لاین میشه انجام داده اگه مثلا با پارتی چیزی باشی.
Range creep. Mira will take that one.
Why did they do that, Lyrical? For our new viewers?
To make sure that you experience out of the
ریسک
range
بالا.
creep.
ریسک نبود اصلا. چه ریسکی؟ هیچ چیز این بالا نمیره. ولی اگه اسف مثلا اینجا میگرفتم.
Meanwhile, Jakiro, despite all the nerfs he's received because of his terroring of the pro scene in the past year, still pretty good, especially in the earlier parts there with his Lake of Fire. I like the last fix where it was like, oh, there it is. I was just a little early. When Jakiro, there was a patch note that said, stop Jakiro from casting liquid fire with no mana if it was on auto cast.
Oh,
Apparently it would just work.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Niche situation, but I guess you're laning against anti-mage, right? Genius. But won't work anymore. Now go
Yeah, that's
try. The mic is back. Go time.
Gonna hit from Makoto.
نه به هر حال یه حرکته.
Pressure on, which is what
احتمالاً
we like to
تمرینش
see.
کردن و جواب داده واسهشون. میگم اشتباه نیست.
Yeah, something to watch for here for sure is going to be how does Makoto deal with this lane? Is he able to get off to a decent start and then start rotating
البته
around the
خب
map,
تو
finding
مسابقات
these kills?
اوکیه.
Because like
تو
we
بازی
talked
معمولی
about,
لازم
on the
نیست.
side of the index, it's a much
خیال
more
داره.
passive type of mid game based upon the heroes that they've got. Unless we see Watson get super aggro and involved early.
Yeah, potential for Nightfall to do the same on the Shadow Fiend. Sometimes you'll see these earlier TPs on the hero, and with the Lycan on their team, maybe they'll be inclined to do so. A lot of creep pulling already happening up top here. Soxa grabbed the wave, brought it in behind for DM. He's still holding that wave now at the tower. Soxa's lurking nearby. It's creep shenanigans abound in the top lane. Bottom a little more honest. Only slightly though.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Mira doing some Miranda plays there, hitting the arrows. Oh, they're dropping the tombstone. They know he has no leap, so they go in.
Oh, yeah. Into there and finding the first blood. Watson able to take it. One of the downsides of this Mirana, if you're trying to max out that damage.
If your opponents know a rhythm
اسکور 4K خوب
and see
نیست.
you cast 2 spells
یعنی
at level
نیمه
2
دوم
that
خیلی
aren't
باید
deep, you might
بیشتر
die.
تلاش کنیم. تاپ 100 آلردی به
Stacking them up. Jared is gonna deny.
10,000
I
رسیدن.
don't even want it.
Awesome.
I don't need it. He wants to spend
بالای 50,000 امید
one
هست.
more charge to go.
زیر 50,000 متاسفانه احتمالا فقط به مپی
Nice
برسید. به
way
این
to
مطالعه
punish
هست.
there with the early tombstone coming out.
ولی
from
خب
the
اگه
line.
بتونی پردیکشن ها رو شانس
Oh, that
بیاری
was good.
امکانش
Jared
هست.
healing his creeps enough so that way the boulder smash
اگه بخوای این قسمت
end up getting the last hits.
Just some grotesque play, truly.
This is really nice.
این قسمت اگه شانس بیاری و این قسمت این دو قسمت شانس بیاری میتونی برسی.
Yeah, I think these lanes are some pretty good matchups here. Now again, we know this with Earth Spirit. You can pick these matchups that are greedier or these matchups that maybe are a little worse for him to play into, but he'll still find his farm, he'll find his levels. And when the points get up in these spells, you're not going to see these cheeky death rolls.
71,000
Easy. It's already occurring.
Right.
But that first blood helping out Watson a lot here. And again, you know, he's still level 2. They want to try and make a play, but you can't kill the king, says Mira. And he'll
آره 71,000 خوبه.
It's a dangerous time right now to be a Mirana. Instead, getting into that. Now has access to lead if he wants it. DM being brought down somewhat low, but will be able to escape before Nightfall can finish that one off.
مطمئنا نمیمرد سنتور. ریفایر داشت.
Nightfall definitely going to be the strongest hero in this lane. Just needs to be able to find the range to hit some of these raises here on the DM.
Yeah, Makoto being bullied a bit here by Chirrut Jr. Still gets over to his water rune. Back it up. Has some raindrops now as well to help out with all this spam from Chirrut Jr.
احتمالا بگیره.
Again, Mira does have to take the other way there.
ولی خب باید نیمه دومو بهتر عمل
On the
کنی.
ball there as he jumps through with the Echo Slash. So, oh, a Tombstone too with the Blood Grenade.
Going all the way in. Arrow, they're going to sidestep back away from it. Watson taking some more damage. WS there. Mira low. Jump forward with the leap. Maladin going to wind up falling, but still finds the double kill. Absolutely clutch.
Yep, dies to the tower as well before they get back. No XP to be given to his opponents. Watson, though, I mean, he needs some regen, so I'm sure it'll get brought out on the Undying dying. You have to die there as the Undying. It's so good for the team to just die.
Yeah.
Like, you need to bring some regen back to your Kez so he can stay in this lane.
Makoto brought very low by Chirrut Jr. He's level 5 now on this Necrophos, getting close to that level 6. And Makoto, oh,
He could have got it. I mean, I guess he didn't die either way. Like, level 2 disruption, maybe there's something there.
Yeah.
At the very least, he survived.
Necrofury farmer.
But yeah, this secures that Cheer Jr. is going to get level 6 before him. So.
Oh, yeah, now he can't come back either. I mean, I guess if he has some assistance, maybe he can.
Noxa, PM, maybe going to try and go on to Nightfall. Let's the illusions do some work.
Very nice. I mean, meanwhile, Mira did make a nice play, rotated mid and just chucked a max range arrow to kill the catapult while Makoto was respawning. So, and that stops Cheer Jr. from being able to just like nuke out this wave and getting free tower pressure. Hality comes bottom to potentially cover the rune, but of course it's a shield rune for Cheer Jr.
Alright, how about this building?
Need to be getting very strong in there. WS, as we've seen, is now needing to retreat back to the jungle to try and get the farm. So this is not as bad as we saw from last game out of Yandex, as they were really struggling. Definitely having a much better time right here. And as we're getting close to the 7-minute mark, he does have Tombstone, gonna throw it down.
Yeah, he's trying to hold this. I mean, Tombstone obviously lasts a while, but WS just gonna commit for it with the Jakiro coming through. That thing is dead, and so is Undying.
A little bit of a bold play. Thought maybe there'd be more help, but is definitely not the case.
Hittade bekymren är
Cease the Sturge will respawn now, but gonna lose out on that chance to steal a wisdom. They give it to Kaori. I am concerned about the ease of execution for Aurora. As we have this nice little combo with the illusions.
Got some Nightfall now in trouble, trying to stick to survive. And popping the Lotus. Not gonna happen. Mira will be able to find a follow-up kill there. DM taking some more tower shots from the Mirana.
So early game, they both have similar potential. You have just a walk-up disruption, and you have a roll-in from the Earth Spirit. You know, these can both be utilized to start a play. But heading into the mid-game, how do you actually start a good fight as Aurora?
Yeah.
It is just roll.
Pretty much.
And again, they have no Mirana arrow setup. I do not understand this decision. Like, how are you going to hit an arrow?
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
No, I mean, I think that it is the problem.
it's hard.
I mean, maybe they're just not gonna hit arrows.
I agree with that.
There's a chance.
I thought they wanted to though. Easy ice path arrow.
There it is. That's the way you do it.
That's how you do it.
That's another Tombstone. They don't have vision though. It's up the hill.
I mean, you can't deny early game. Early game, sure.
Magnetize.
Your arrows.
Kodo finds that kill. Now they do have Reapers, but not enough mana to cast it.
Alright, a couple support pickoffs. Not too bad. Mage Slayer for Watson being worked on here once again. How good of a Mage Slayer game is it? Pretty good.
I mean, the one flip side to this is that I do think it's gonna not be easy to hit arrows, but ice paths are gonna be more reliable because like these heroes are sort of a little bit more static.
I mean, these are some crazy ice paths. Kaori's kind of crushing on this hero right now.
He's having a really good time. That's nice.
that was well done.
Like, yeah, Kez moves around a lot. They're also melee, which means when they commit, the ice path is more likely to be able to hit.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
not kiting.
It's a very good counter-initiating game for Jakiro for sure.
Yeah.
And you know, if you can just kill the buildings, you don't need to start fights.
That's true too.
So maybe they continue this kill streak they're getting going here. Pressure down with the Lycan, take over the space. And now I see a reviving Mirana there. Mira going to TP out after taking the bounty rune.
Radiant Scan briefly hit there onto Nightfall and Kaori, and I think it's going to hit them again. So they know that they're down here. So the question is, are Yandex going to show up with numbers, or are they going to let this tower go?
I mean, they have level 2 Tombstones, so definitely ready to rock here. That's a lot. The Skellies, the Wolves. You're not getting on this one. The Skellies are so insane.
Really do just do a lot of damage. That up. So the tower will fall. No response from Yandex.
It's such a good goal to achieve as Aurora. It's just like last game, right? Yeah. They knocked in that tower. It slowed down the game so much there for Watson on his Lina, this time on the Kez. Better hero and better start for the Kez, to be clear. He's actually quite farmed at this point. So it's not quite as bad, but it's still going to impact his overall net worth. And much like the Centaur last game, Lycan now going to control this space. That being said, DM hoping to do the same thing up top. Maybe we'll see some similar rotations with pressure to try and take that tower. For now, they're not finding it. They do consistently keep arrowing this mid catapult.
Yeah. Want to make sure that they don't lose anything there.
Level 6 on Kaori as he moves in.
Again, this has very much been the flavor of these games that we've seen. Like game 3s, it tends to sort of be a little bit more static in this first little bit, and then after a little while,
Mira gets found here.
Advantage of
Leaps away twice. Oh, in for Makoto. He's off.
Pops again, it hits. Stampede is there. They eventually get the kill onto the Shadow Demon. Are they going to be able to find any more? The Tombstone is going to drop. WS takes that one down. When all is said and done, it's just a Shadow Demon. A lot of ultis expended, though.
Yeah, but if Lycan rotates in mid with his look at the skellies!
Yeah.
This is the best creep for a Lycan. It is just so absurd. Because they all get the Feral Impulse. They get the 20% bonus damage too, plus the rally bonus. So you can actually take tier 2s with this. I think it's like the only way to play Lycan. Is you just take this Troll Summoner. But they do swiftly move in. Necropho's a pretty good hero against it, to be fair. Obviously, late game, Lycan players do like to get Nullifier, so it could be an option for him. And for now, like, the Radiance, you know, a buff to Lycan, really, the nerf to Radiance.
Yeah.
It'd be a much stronger item versus the hero, since the burn would make a mischance happen on all your units. Now it's just when you're attacking the Radiance carrier themselves. So if you ignore the Radiance, you're still just playing your hero.
Moves back in there, trying to take down the skeleton. Yeah, it's an important point, and you know, Chira is going to be working towards that. That also talks a little bit more about like what we said their game plan was going to be, which is just kind of AFK farming for a while.
Yeah. Where did I go? Makoto walks into Malady, who is a phase boots Undying, by the way. Very good versus the Lycan and the Shadow Fiend, getting that bonus armor, so you can try and cast more of your spells as an Undying. Need that additional armor to survive longer these fights, as he again runs into Samira, scouts at his jungle.
What is happening, man?
Well, they're having fun at the very least.
It's just a big zombie man chased down by these wolves.
Might have to lose his ulti though, so to retreat back a bit. Watson's still up there on the farm, but he is 1,000 gold-ish behind Nightfall right now. Has had total freedom up here.
Makoto getting a rip, but the ice pack, that is going to land. Good disruption.
Holding the Centaur.
WS sets his sights on this Tombstone as they do manage to take down that tier 1 tower. Now, Zombie runs away pretty quick in the river. They're going to try and slow him down a bit. Do manage to connect with that one. In spite of the decays, they'll eventually find the kill.
A blob running at their opponents right now. SF does leave the top lane for a little bit, so some pressure comes in from DM. But Gary's here to pick it up. Kaya, next finish here from Nightfall. Need to tear it up a little bit here. DM just going for the helmet, Lotus. Obviously, needing a Dispel versus Earth Spirit for the whole game.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. A smoke up now from the Earth Spirit and the Mirana. And it's Spirit Vessel completed. So this feels to them like a moment they want to go. If they head this way continuously...
This would be a crazy pick off of this timing. He has his Radiance, but obviously the Spirit Vessel and the middle of his Ancient stack.
Untine rolls forward, misses on the roll, but the silence is there. The Spirit Vessel doing good work, trying to get out. The roll did not hit, and that is enough to get him away alive.
What else missed, Lyrical?
Well,
the arrow. Did you see the arrow sail through
You are
there?
not wrong. A point-and-click stun would be very nice right now.
It would be helpful. There would be a dead, very, very important core hero.
Honestly, if Kaori was with them.
But you know what? They're still going to get this top tower. It's still pretty successful.
Yeah.
And the Mirana has had other aspects that have been useful this game. As much as I'm throwing out some shade, she's been pretty solid at helping to lock down the kill on the Tombstone. She's obviously been poking and prodding a lot across the map. Just 2 deaths while also constantly directly in the opponent's face. Very much like an Ench style you can play on this Mirana, so. Mira with the Essence Distiller, moving in towards the Yules to try and set up some of his own arrows. And having a Dismal versus Cheer Jr. too, when it's necessary.
Very difficult game to execute, but Aurora are building up a little bit of a lead here. Or trying to, at the very least.
WS has been dragging down bottom, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the Helm of the Overlord. What a creep.
Very strong.
He's just going after him with the wolves. You better run.
How did he just stole all those creeps away? Now, pops another tombstone. Kez is like, I'm not helping you. You stole my creeps, sir.
Lord. You can't run from the Dragon Canyon. He just goes down quick. Makoto helps out with the assist. That gives him 2.
اگه قراره بمیره چرا داره تومستون میزنه؟ پولشو داره میده بهشون رسما. به خاطر همین کستر داره میگه هر بار که داشت میمرد تومستون رو میزد بعد میمرد. هر باری هم که داشت تومستون میزد تنها بود. یعنی این رسما داره فید میده.
And being greedy, and he's succeeding in that. Man, the dragon just throwing the fireball and running away is like it is such a good way to gain gold with this hero.
This item so strong.
اینجاست که باید درصد شرط بندیشون رو چک کنیم. ببینیم هر تیم چقدر درصد داره.
Yeah.
More wolves.
Trying to take down this tier 1 tower in the top lane. They have been unsuccessful so far, managing to kill off the towers.
Why is he so poor on this centaur? I feel like he's just been sitting up here the whole game farming.
I mean, they've killed his creeps a bunch. He wasn't able to get the tower as early. Didn't have as much access to those like other camps that the tower gives you.
Oh, speaking of early, a 17-minute roach here for Aurora, taking advantage of the minus armor aura on the Shadow Fiend. Looks like they have a Lycan. Not a concern here. Kaori finishing the Yules. Really good timing on the Yules for a Jakiro.
Yeah.
2 points in the ice path, running into these fights. If you upchuck someone, like there's no BKBs, they're probably just dead. We're gonna need a disruption save. Some heals being thrown out. It is looking very solid. I mean, I doubted the potential because of the execution being very difficult, but they're finding a lot of really good moments here for Aurora.
It does have that feeling like the Yandex at this point are just trying to like sort of farm up and get to their items. As EM is going to be chased here, had some wolves on him and ends up popping the dust and then running. Meanwhile, in the other jungle, look out, the roll-in is there. Soxa disrupts himself. WS's creep is here too. It's going to be enough to jump on in and find that kill, but then follow-up Reaper Sight kills off the Mirana.
All right, 2 for 1 so far, though.
Yeah. Showing up, trying to help out Shira Jr. in case they go for it.
All right, big brain play, though. You know, you don't draft stuns for the arrow setup. Simply hit the disruption saves.
There you go.
Should have considered that. Watson done with the Deso, moving in towards the BKB will help a lot in these engagements.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen almost any of these ones. Undying going straight into the Bevis and eventually going to be trying to get towards the Solar Crest.
Yeah, it's much like the phase boots, you know, he's just he is tunnel visioned on the type of damage that is coming out from Aurora.
Roland finds Shira Jr. again, silence, stun, disruption though. Right there for the save. Does also have an Essence Ring. So Makoto now down to half HP. Do they have enough to kill him? Yes, indeed they do.
That is costly. The wolves are coming in. Is there anything else? I think that's it.
It's important. They get those stomp, kill off the rest of the wolves. This is showing the value of this Shadow Demon.
Yeah, I mean, he had a haste run too. Like, he was kind of trying to play a bit aggressive there to maybe bait some kill and retreat. Just gets got there.
Shira Jr. did just walk underneath the ward as well, as Maldi's getting chased down by WS. They're bringing in the Necrophos, hoping to get a little bit of heals from his buddy as they turn and try and take down the big creep, and they do eventually get it.
Help! Alright, good save. Alright, mid lane, I mean, there is an Aegis here on the Shadow Fiend. You know, they made a move without him up top there, and he just hits level 15. He is a very big guy, XP and gold-wise. Takes the +2 armor reduction, so the physical damage shredding for the side of Aurora right now is...
Uh-oh. That happens for the best of us.
It's not like... I don't think he would have died.
No. Maybe could have like baited out some type of a stampede or something like that. But
All right, map control firmly in the favor of Aurora right now. And Blink Dagger, though. More Sox already playing very well.
oh my goodness, Stampede trying to get out, and it was a wise decision to run the way it needed to, but the disruption is going to be there. Nightfall now in very far to third. The Reaper inside! Oh, they get him. Okay.
Gotta get back, though, because that's reset.
That's reset on this one. Watson moves in, finds Makoto, but damage the Yule Scepter interrupt, but it's not enough. Sheeran Jr. will die, but Watson also fed to the wolves.
All right, that was pretty good. Makoto's body in there did set up for the further kills. A bit necessary there. Yeah, nice Yules as well from Kaori. Yules into Ice Path, locking down that Kez. And yeah, a lot of assistance here. Big goal gains here for the Lycan and the SF.
WS, he was talking a lot during the draft about that last pick. And whatever he called for, like, he is owning on this Lycan.
Yeah, he's doing a whole lot for him right now. Stampede getting him so far. Arrow sails by. Another great disruption save from Soxa, but it doesn't matter. Nightfall, like, he can't do a whole lot. They have to burn the Scythe on the Aegis. That felt pretty bad. And DM, he was so close to blink. He just got it now, I believe, after that fight. But the Yule setup from KRA was perfect.
I mean, you can also see, though, how eventually later game, the itemization could start to turn the way of Yandex a little bit more, like BKBs. Maybe thinking about something along the lines of one of those Croziers for the Necrophos.
Yep.
There's a lot of ways that things could start to turn if Aurora don't sort of keep up that momentum.
I think the BKB for Watson is definitely the big one for me, where he can actually like play the game. But that's also going to be matching against like the levels that stack up on Makoto. He also has his own BKB right now. We also have a second Yules now on Mira, so he can be a lot more frustrating to play up against since he doesn't have a dedicated setup. He can now provide his own. He can also just keep kiting Chira. Like, he is relying completely on Stampede to stay alive right now.
Yeah.
And if he just gets chain Yules, he will still just die if he dares to go that far out again by his, himself. So we're likely going to see a lot of shadowing here from Soxa.
8 to 15, a 3,000 gold lead for Aurora. Essence Distiller completed. And now TP's away, understanding there's some stuff coming his way as well. So 4,000 gold lead for Aurora. Roll in, find Soxa. The Ice Path is there for the follow-up. Makoto just comes in and eliminates with the amplified damage room.
All right, that went a lot better than the last one up top.
Yeah.
Slightly better time here.
اگه این بازی رو ببازن تمام کسایی که زدن یاندکس 4-0 میشه پردیکشنشون خراب میشه.
BKB for Nightfall.
خوشبختانه ما همه تیویجه
is looking like a pretty pivotal moment here for Aurora. WS going to take down the Tormentor with ease, passes that shard over to Mira. An extra leap and some quivering.
I mean, Aurora is building up a lead now.
It's a while till the hearts can be done for the Centaur as well. That is BKB for Watson though, so he needs to find that dream sequence here.
Yeah.
On the Kez. But there is the Essence Distillers. We've already seen that being quite impactful versus the Kez. There's also the Spirit Vessel, I suppose, from Makoto, depending on the BKB timing.
Arrow flies in right as the smoke was going out. I mean, it feels like a lot to commit just to kill Mira with this smoke.
Yeah, I mean, they want something bigger with the Blink Stomp for sure.
And they're gonna wait.
Nope.
Never mind.
All right, fine. I mean, he's value, you know, 7,400 net worth. He'll take it.
And I think, again, you're pretty happy with that as Mira too, for, you know, not having your SF die.
Yeah, there's a reason he's playing there.
Yeah.
Shearer Jr. taking this opportunity, though, with all the pressure his teammates are putting across the map. He's obviously ready to join in with the Boots of Travel because the Helm Creep is there following the Centaur Warrunner. And he is just farming through these Ancients, and he's a giant wave coming up top, which I think he's getting for free. Makoto doesn't have any friends to go for a gang. So that's a very happy Ghost.
Shearer Jr., it's beginning to come together a little bit there. Now, Watson wanted to find the kill on the WS Creep, did not manage to get it. Still very comfortable, just farming and waiting for that Roche fight. this is the way these games tend to go, is that like when it's close to like not elimination but like pivotal things and every
Oh,
single
short, like,
match
defensive.
mattering, the teams are going to play a lot more reserved.
Yeah, it's game 3. It's late. You know the mistakes happen a little more at the end of the night. You're tired. They're humans, believe it or not. Of course, you could also say that this is where they really get into their peak, because this is when they're all playing anyway. You know, middle of the night. They're all used to these hours, so perhaps they're actually just powering up.
Sad درصد evasion for واسه 6 ثانیه.
They catch Watson right here.
It's the wolves, right? Like this is what Lycan is really doing in a lot of these games. Coming through, spawning some of these heroes.
Instead, they might see TM. It feels like Yandex have a good understanding of the danger that could be coming their way. Or do they? Shira Jr., they've got Soxa right behind him.
What an ice path. That is crazy.
They're waiting though, and there it is. Disruption immediately. Now TM stop, but feared. Nightfall gets it off. Dual Scepter lift up after the fact. TM is hurt. TM is dead. Can they find anything after? Watson on team. Still saving that BKB.
It's crazy their initiation is ice path and it's working.
Yeah.
That's unreal. Like he's gone Aether Lens Jakiro to set up for them. And he essentially forces the coverage to come in from DM.
Even with the ward, it's like pretty nuts.
Yeah. Very well done here. Gary believing in his two-headed Jakiro. And I'd just like to point out, if I may, the Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
The Firebird.
The
Wyvern.
Seen today.
No. Kaori's best hero. The Wyvern, the Icebird. What's he playing now, Lyrical?
The Jakiro.
What is that?
It is a
the
dragon.
Fire and Icebird.
Oh my god.
Kaori has one thing he does.
It's the synthesis.
It brings them together. He is all powerful. He has found his heroes.
How Hegelian. All right, 6,000 gold lead.
Yeah, the Nullifier is indeed coming out for the Lycan as well. A very common item on the hero, but really good.
Do you see Nightfall, by the way?
I do. He's right there. Why?
This is a Yashikaya and into a blink.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Necrophos.
Yeah.
Ready to let it rip.
I haven't seen
He's got a Lycan, you know?
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, he Lycan's shredding, so it's fine. Although it won't be as fun when you get to Nagnums, because obviously we're going 70 minutes.
That's true. Well, Lycan in the meantime is going to be picking up that completed Nullifier, and Shira Jr. will be that much more sad way.
Yeah, that is a tough one, especially because he's trying to go for the heart first over the Shivas.
Right.
I feel like Shivas might be the play, because he doesn't have a Shiva Spire in his team. And the item is incredible. It's also extremely good versus SF, obviously, SF and Lycan, obviously.
He also does have the backup, obviously, of the Shadow Demon. He's underneath a ward right now.
Same ward, in fact.
Get there in time. Soxa nearby, ready for a save. And disruption is there. Nicely played. Backs away, trying to survive through this one. Throw out the Requiem. A dead Necrophos. Malady also in some more trouble. Goes inside of his tombstone, and I know he tried to do a little sneaky play there. Gets the bounty run before he gets brought down.
On the other side, Makoto was pressuring near the base. He gets out, had an arcane rune, didn't even have to use his BKB as they pick off this core Necrophos. Despite an incredible disruption save, they don't have the firepower to jump into the engagement and actually do anything after it. And look at the spread of the damage here too. This Mirana, she's got the damage. She did the most to him.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, with that arrow and Starstorm damage.
That's kind of crazy.
Stomp here from DM. He wants to fight even without the Necrophos. It's risky.
Watson making his move in. The Raven's Veil goes for it. Finds Mira, but he gets so much spent on this Mirana. But now can he take down Nightfall? It's up to the high ground. Oh my goodness. Aurora.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, Watson needs to get the heck out of here. They got him caught. Kicks back down to the low ground. Trying to get his ulti off. Will not happen.
They are playing insanely well in Aurora. I really do think this draft is so hard to play. And they're finding the fights, they're hitting these crazy stuns, they're positioning in some of these engagements, and the punishes they find on the positioning from Yandex, like, this is a team who's been doing extremely well at the top level of Dota. While Aurora is a team who's kind of been slowly drifting downward over time. Like, they were a team who was absolutely dominating, had a win streak in the middle of this year of like 20 games or something, or 22 games in series straight or something.
I put him getting eliminated in the bottom 8.
They're hoping to prove you wrong right now.
Absolutely.
Keep climbing upwards in our group stage.
Nightfall has the Aegis in hand and going for the Satanic now. So decides to swap off the Blink and go back towards some more right-click build.
They're hitting their marks in terms of the controls, and maybe feeling like they don't need it as much as he thought.
Yeah.
The Kez is not firing up here. We've struggled to get the Kez's involved here today. We had one that was getting locked down consistently earlier today, and somewhat of a similar problem here for Watson, but more so that even when he gets in, it just doesn't look that threatening. Alright, what are your recovery maneuvers here from the Index? I mean, you have Disseminate, which is always a good spell for a Shao Demon. Obviously, in his insane save, Soxa has been incredibly consistent on.
They're going to need something quick. I'm not sure what it is. They got a Shiva's done, and now they find the Undying going up to the high grounds.
اینجا حسام بود واقعا تونستون مینداخت.
No, I mean, the AC is online for Lycan, so this is easy push.
Get some SD illusions, and now Nightfall getting hit. The jump forward, the stomp, it connects onto several, but is it going to be enough? No. Nightfall healing back up again. They needed the Reaper sight to combo together for it, but it's into the Aegis.
Yeah, they don't want to do it on the Aegis.
It's just a really hard attempt.
Is this post they can't?
Whoa.
He has to go in.
He doesn't have his BKB, doesn't pop it, no! Kez goes down, 70 seconds gone without buyback. Oh, a devastating flub as they find him, they kill him, and now nullified. Chira Jr., nowhere left to go. What we thought was going to be going late might just be ending early as Aurora are taking down an entire set of racks, and I don't think they're going to stop there.
So some very good items for pushing the tempo right now. Also grabbing an Aghanim's after everything he just gained right now, being delivered to this Jakiro. Mira rather, grabbing that mid-wave right now. Soxa still has his buyback in 15 seconds to go. And obviously, there's not much he can do. The very least is they do have a tier 2
شاید رفتشون خیلی پسیو بود. دو تا هیروی سیف دارن. به اندازه کافی دمیج ندارن بتونن ارلی گیم رو ببرن. دشمن در عوض دمیج ارلی گیم خیلی بالاتری داره که باعث شده بتونن یه لید بسازن و از روی همین لیده روشان بگیرن، تاور بندازن. حالا نتورکشون خیلی بیشتره و دارن میبرن. یعنی شادو دیمون نیاز نبود. اگه آن داین پیک داده شادو دیمون نیاز نداشت.
Take down the creep, and they hold their last set of racks. So, well, stomp now onto 2. Not bad. Where's the follow-up? They don't have it. There's nothing there. The Satanic comes out. Nightfall is back up to full HP. They get the great hit. Look at these.
His last pick.
Watson will pop the ult and try and do what he can.
مطمئناً میتونست انتخابای بهتری داشته باشه.
Chira Jr. going down. That's another dead. No buyback at all for him. They're going to take down Soxa in just a moment. GG is called. Aurora. They will not be denied.
I'm so impressed. They didn't hit the arrow for the first 20 minutes of this game, and they didn't even need to.
Yeah.
Unnecessary. Mirana wins game 3. She is all powerful. Centaur loses a game in this series.
I know.
After dominating so much of it. Very, very impressed here from the side of Aurora. I really think...
اوکی آخرین بازی امروز بود واسه اینترنشنال. احتمالاً فردا هم بازی رو استریم کنیم. فکر کنم فردا آخرین روز گروهی باشه اگه اشتباه نکنم. با چک کنم. اوکی. اینترنشنال 2026 فردا 1 2 3 4 5 تا بازی هست. اوکی. تا این لحظه تیم ویژن یه دونه گیم هم نباخته، تیم اسپیریت یه دونه گیم نباخته، بقیه تیم‌ها حداقل یه دونه باخت داشتن. یعنی فانتزی هممون یه جوری خراب شده. نه هنوز البته مثلا آیرووینگ 2-1، بوم بویز 2-1، تیم ویژن همه درست زدیم، یعنی که زدیم تیم ویژن نمیبازه هنوز نباخته. ولی یاندکس زدیم، یاندکس هم 2-1 زدیم. اوکی پس یعنی تا الان 3 تا درسته. اگه یاندکس بازی بعدی رو نه یاندکس 2 تا بازی باخته، به لیکوید هم باختن. اوکی یاندکس رو اشتباه زدیم. اینجا چی زدم؟ اوکی فالکون زدم. فالکون شروع کردم. فالکون هم 2 تا باخته توی نکات. بی رو اشتباه زدم چون بی میاد اینجا فعلا، اسپیریت میاد اینجا، لیکوید هم 2-1، یعنی لیکوید هم ممکنه بتونه بیاد اینجا. باید ببینیم 2 تا بازی بعدشون چیکار میکنن. راند 4 و 5 اوکی نه حواسو ببینم 2 روز مونده، یعنی فکر میکنم 2 روز مونده باشه چون امروز راند 3 بود، فردا راند 4 احتمالاً پس فردا راند 5 باشه. یه شاید راند 5 با راند 4 تو یه روز باشه اگه تعداد بازیش کم باشه. آره بی بی 4-1. بی بی 4 البته هنوز 4-1 نزدن، الان 2-1 ولی بی بی میتونه 4-1 بشه، اسپریت میتونه 4-1 بشه، لیکوید میتونه 4-1 بشه، آیرون هم حتی میتونه 4-1 باشه. یعنی این ممکنه درست باشه، این ممکنه درست باشه، این ممکنه درست باشه. البته من وقتی داشتم راهنماییشو میذاشتم یعنی از روی اینجا نزدم، اینجا رو خیلی دیرتر رندوم گذاشتم. گیمر لیجن همین الان داشتم بالاتر از 1-4، یعنی 2-4 میشه میفته اینجا. اوکی هیولینگ اوکی هیولینگ درسته، اوجی درسته، این درست نیست. نیگما چه کرده؟ هولی فاکر شد نیگمام 2-1، نیگمام بالا افتاده. باور نمیشه نیگما تونست پی جولی بزنه. رزالینس کجاست؟ اوکی حل دیگه بازی دیگه ای نیست. من فعلا اینو میبندم. حالا باز شاید دیرتر آمدیم واسه ادامه ریکی، متاسفانه نشد از بازی لذت ببریم. میبرم